Well, a very good evening. Welcome to Aldershot, the military town in Hampshire, and this place is crackling with anticipation. Aldershot against Manchester United in the Carling Cup 4th round. They're going around giving out "come on you shots," little signs for everybody to wave here. The Manchester United players have just come out. We'll get the teams in a moment. I've got the man next to me, without whom frankly there probably wouldn't be an Aldershot now, and a man who played for Aldershot as well. Steve Claridge, back in the news of course after his goal in the trophy at the weekend. But Steve, what does it mean to you, having played for the club, to come back here and see a night like tonight?
Well, it means an awful lot actually, because I was just before I left, I mean, they sold me for 75,000 in the sort of February, March time, saw them through to the end of the season, and then they just collapsed and went bankrupt. And obviously, I think went down numerous divisions. Took probably not so long as we imagined to get back. This is the icing on the cake. I mean, it's never like this when I was here, I've got to say. Never had a game like this. Absolutely fantastic occasion and reward, you know, for certainly the man next to us and everybody who has stuck by this club for so long.
Well, by the touchline, you can, if you think, I recognise that music, it is Chaz, of Chaz and Dave, but it's Chaz and Sons, because Dave has decided to take a bit of retirement. Right, we flagged him up twice. His name is Terry Owens. I'm sure you read about him in the newspapers this morning. Without him, there wouldn't be an Aldershot. So, Terry, where do we start? You knew that the old Aldershot that Steve played for was going to go bust, and you were already planning for the new incarnation of your great club.
Yeah, because the last game that we ever played was at Cardiff City, and going down to Cardiff City on the coach, I had on the inside of my suit jacket, or suit pocket on that day, all the application forms that I made to what was then the Vauxhall Conference, the Beezer Homes League, and what was then the Ryman League, because the deadlines for application into those leagues was after the winding up order had been heard in the High Court. So I was shrewd enough to get those applications in before the winding up, because if I hadn't have done, we would have had to wait another year and lost momentum of all the supporters, because they would have drifted to Portsmouth, Southampton, Reading and other local clubs. But that was a key issue for me.
So the day the old Aldershot died, you were ready with the new club. It really was. You know, as they say, the king has died, the king is dead, long live the king. You were ready to go with the new club straight away. Yeah,
because within a couple of weeks of the winding up petition, and I was one of only 2 people in the High Court hearing the judge bring down the hammer on this football club, and I've still got the original winding up order that the judge obviously confirmed, and I called a public meeting within 2 weeks of the club dying, and instead of saying to the supporters, and there were 700 of them that turned up, they were expecting me to perhaps say, look, the old club's died, what can we do? Anybody got any ideas? But in point of fact, I gave them a 20-page flip chart of a new football club.
Terrific. How many divisions below what we now know to be, you know, the division the second division, did you have to start then?
It was 5 divisions in the Ryman League, Division 3, and we were playing teams like Clapton, and I'm not being disrespectful to those because they've got a fantastic heritage, Clapton, but they were getting gates, and the average gates in the league, Ryman, was about 50 to 80. We were taking 1,500 supporters to the away games at that level, and we were averaging gates in the first year here at what was then the recreation ground, but is now the Ebb Stadium. We were getting home gates of 2,500 and 3,000. And we also played Farnborough Town here in the semi-final of the Hampshire Senior Cup, and we had 6,000 people in the ground.
It is.
We were 5 divisions of the Football League.
I've spoken to Dean Holdsworth already, Steve, and I put this point to him, but I'm going to put it to you. It is like an AFC Wimbledon story, isn't it? You can really see the similarities.
Oh, very much so. I mean, as I said, we never got 6,000 when I was playing. I think it just shows. I mean, if you're successful at any level, it's better than being, you know, not being great at a significantly higher level. And I think the club, we knew, you know, this club had a great tradition, has a great history, and has a real part to play in the community. And I think, to be fair, it's like everything. When you take that out, it loses its identity.
I'm sorry, that was me. I was standing on the touchline, and the groundsman said, "Please move off." It started raining. Oh, that's great for Manchester United. Terry, I don't want to get wet. You look extremely smart in your pinstripe. You're still on the board, but you're sort of an honorary, you know, life presidents, grand fromage, you dispense largesse. You know, you're not in the day-to-day running of it. You don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, well, I'm no longer on the board, actually. I retired as the chairman of this football club after 3 promotions and 7 years in the chair. I've got a seat for life in the director's box, and that's the only one in the ground that's mine for life, and I appreciate that. And I get involved in this football club on a day-to-day basis as a volunteer, because at the end of the day, I'm a supporter of this football club, because it ain't in my blood. This football club is in my bones, and I will support this football club until the day I die.
And final thing, there is on your team crest, there is a phoenix, isn't there? The emblem is a phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah, it is.
There it is. It's on the tie. It's on the tie. Fantastic. It says Aldershot Town FC, the Rising Phoenix, 1992.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of that logo. And Authur English, the former actor and stand-up comedian, he was the guy that I approached to do that logo, because he's godfather to my daughter. God bless him. He's up in heaven now. But if he's looking down today, he was the first president of this football club while I was chairman, and bless him. He was a fantastic guy.
I hope he's got a good view from up there. Final question. Have you met Sir Alex Ferguson today?
No, I actually went to the hotel where they were staying to get a particular photograph signed of him presenting me with an award back in 1992. But he was resting, and I didn't want to disturb that, so unfortunately I wasn't able to meet him. But maybe I can bump into him before they go back to Manchester tonight.
Lovely. We really appreciate it, Terry. We wish you the best. Going to shake your hand. Thank you very much. Steve, I don't want you getting cold. Come on, let's go out of the rain, because I don't want your manager on the phone to us in the morning saying that you've got flu or whatever, and that you're not able to play this weekend. Right. Steve, what about what's going to happen here? It's pouring with rain. Manchester United, the team, how are they going to react to the weekend?
Well, I mean, there's nobody playing, is there? So I think we've got to understand it. Look, I don't buy this motivational thing. Okay, I think that is just it's ridiculous to say that. They will come and play the same way they would have played if they won 6-1 or lost 6-1.